Hello everyone and welcome to episode 12 of Piofiore Faded Memories, Nicola's arc. I'm WittyMichi and I will be guiding you through this story as best as I can. Last episode really... Yep, we're just gonna jump right into it. This is just... a lot of mixed feelings. It's fine. I'm not worried about it. You worried about it? I'm not worried about it. See here. Okay. And with that, Nicola turned around and took his leave. Sure, I'm worried, but I was more worried about him, so much so that it was all consuming. The day of the meeting finally arrived. It feels so tense here.
カジノの周囲はそれぞれの組織が警備を固めているからね。
Amidst the pressing silence, we walked toward the casino entrance. I began to chat casually in an attempt to stave off the surmounting tension. I used to walk through the streets here because the church was close by, but I never thought I'd actually go inside the casino one day.
ここの客は大半が観光客だからね。ファルツォーネは賭博がご法度だから、僕もホールを覗いたことはないよ。
Really? It quelled my anxiety to hear him respond just as casually.
裏から入って2階に上がる。行き先は一般客は立ち入れない通路の奥だ。
We followed Gil, who was taking the lead. Nicola was walking alongside me at my pace.
ここは国営カジノだから、当然どこのファミリーにも肩入れしていない。代々のディレットールが融通を聞かせてくれてね。何かあるときは曲がりさせてもらっている。
Director, is that like director? Oh, yep. Good job, Michi. Come to think of it, I recall seeing guards around the casino on some days. I always thought that meant an important person was visiting.
大半は僕たちが使っていた日なんじゃないかな。あ、でも中には本当に VIP が来ている日もあったと思うけど。
I never expected it to be used in this way. We finally arrived in front of the doors leading into the room. The heavy doors slowly opened, beckoning us inside. There, in the room, was Dante. Gil called out to Dante, who was looking quite irritated.
ひどい顔だな、ダンテ。相変わらずカジノは嫌いか？
賭博は名誉ある男の誇りを汚すものだ。本来ならこんな場所になど立ち入りたくもない。
Dante looked beyond Gil. He seemed to be looking at Nicola. Dante's expression didn't change, and neither did Nicola's. They both must feel uneasy. I was sure they were feeling upset deep down. I looked around the room, as I thought, and suddenly my gaze fell upon Dante. Oh, buongiorno, Dante. I bowed my head to say hello to him, since it would be strange not to.
変わりないようだな。
Yes, I'm doing fine somehow.
今日お前と話がしたいという部下を連れてきた。
Huh? A man hesitantly appeared from behind Dante.
ジョーちゃんには直接会って謝りたいと思っていたんだ。
You're...
本当にすまないことをした。
He was the person who tried to kill me when his family was held hostage by the Lao Shu. Are you okay?
カポが俺の家族をラオ州から助け出してくれたんだ。
Then, are they safe?
なあ、今は安全なところに保護してもらっている。
That's good to hear. It did feel strange talking to him like this. I was even a bit scared seeing him. But hearing that his family was safe made me sigh with relief.
だからおかげで俺はこれまで通りファルツォーネに忠誠を誓った。カポの恩に報いるためにも俺はもう二度と裏切らない。
He spoke boldly and with resolve. Then he scratched his cheek a little.
それであんたは大丈夫なのか？
Me?
俺が言えた義理じゃないが、あんたのことが気がかりだったんだ。俺の命はあんたに助けられたようなもんだしな。
Thank you for thinking about me. I'm doing just fine. They're treating me quite well. After hearing my words, he began glaring at Nicola.
裏切りの醜さを語ったあんたがどうしてそんなところにいる？
それはご想像にお任せするよ。君に対して今節丁寧に説明してあげる義理はないし。
Nicola chuckled and stared coldly at him. Nicola's reply riled the man up, who spoke in an aggravated voice.
あんた言ったよな。マフィアには裏切りなんて絶対に許されないって。あれだけ俺をいたぶったくせに自分はいいってのか？
ずいぶん恨まれたものだね。
当たり前だ。
僕は命を救ってやったつもりだけど。それともあのまま殺してあげた方が良かったかな。
この
やめろ。
Dante calmly commanded his irate soldier to halt. He shut his mouth, but I could tell his anger was still swelling inside. His eyes burned with hatred. Come to think of it, what I saw back then was so shocking that I didn't have a firm grasp on things. But when I thought back on it...
ああ、こいつはどうする？始末するか？
彼は僕たちの知らない情報を持っている可能性があるからね。レオ、利用価値があるうちはここで死なない程度に面倒を見てあげてくれる？
Nicola actually made an excuse to keep him alive. It was then that I felt cold air against the back of my neck. I quickly turned around to see a man walking into the room.
全員お揃いだったか。待たせたな。
Despite his apologetic tone, he had an eerie smile on his face. It was clear this man wasn't normal. I had never seen him before, but somehow I knew who he was. Exotic attire and an aura of prominence. He was the Lao Shu's leader, Yang.
相変わらず遅いな、ヤン。
お前も遅刻してきただろう。時間通りに来たのは俺だけだ。
時間に細かい男は嫌われるものだ。この国では違うのか？
He took his seat at the table. Yang suddenly began the conversation with a provocative tone.
3人揃うのは久々か。だが、実りあるものになるとは到底思えんな。率直に言って、ファルツォーネとビスコンティには強い不信感を抱かざるを得ない。
俺たちが何かしたとでも言いたげな口ぶりだな。
風の噂で耳にしたが、ファルツォーネのアンダーボスはファミリーを裏切りビスコンティについたそうだな。ファルツォーネのカポにはよほど人望がないと見える。失望した。
失望でも何でも好きにすればいいだろう。お前の期待に応えてやる義理はない。
同じ町で商売をする同士が信頼に欠ける。これは由々しき問題だと思うが。
Yang continued to try and provoke them. He then looked at Gil.
フランチェスカをビスコンティが受け入れたと聞いたときは耳を疑ったものだ。裏切り者はいずれまた裏切る。そんな爆弾を手元に置くなど愚の骨頂だ。
ヘッドハンティングってやつさ。お前も知ってるだろ、ヤン。ニコラは優秀な人材だ。出自を問わず有用なものを登用するのがビスコンティ流だぜ。
泣かずに済めばいいがな。
気遣いはありがたく受け取っておく。だがその話はこれで終わりだ。これは身内の話。ビスコンティのトップは俺だ。俺の好きにさせてもらう。
ならば次はそこの女について言い訳を聞かせてもらおう。
あ、
お前たちも知っているだろう。教国の聖職者ヨゼフ・フォン・ロズベルグ教を。ゲーカはラオ州の活動方針に共感してくれていてな。とある特別な女を保護してほしいと依頼された。
special. Is he referring to what Nicola said? But I thought the Lao Shu wanted to sell me to the church.
ゲーカの心痛は察するにあまりある。マフィアが台頭するこの町に置いておくのは不安だろう。だが保護しようとした矢先にファルツォーネの邪魔が入った。
That's not what happened.
ほう。
Yang was staring at me with his golden eyes. It was too late for me to take back what I had just said. I tried to keep up a strong front and looked straight back at him. The Falzone family saved me and my friend when the Lao Shu attacked us.
襲ったとは人聞きが悪いな。
事実は違うとでも。
Nicola spoke in a harsh tone. Yang shook his head.
俺たちはどうもこの国の紳士ほどは繊細にできていないようでな。多少手荒くなってしまったようだ。悪いことをした。
Unintentionally. With the injuries Elena had to bear? Yang's unapologetic attitude was getting on my nerves.
だが今その女はファルツォーネではなくビスコンティにいるようだが、これはお前たちが裏で通じている、そう解釈しても。
ありえない話だ。
Gil bluntly denied Yang's allegations.
純潔を掲げるファルツォーネがビスコンティの自由主義と相入れることはねえよ。
その点はギルバートに同意しよう。しかし俺たちもビスコンティには不信を抱いている。彼女はもともとファルツォーネの客だ。しかし裏切り者によって盗み出された。裏切り者を重用するだけでなく盗品も返そうとしないビスコンティ。この行いはファルツォーネに対する宣戦布告とも取れるが。
ファルツォーネ、俺に明暗がある。間を取ってやはりその女は俺によこせ。
Dante's brow twitched. It was clear that he was irate at Yang, but Yang continued to smile eerily.
近頃ブルローネの治安は最悪だ。こんなにも頻繁に死体が上がってはな。ロズベルグ卿に身柄を渡した方が安全に暮らせることは間違いない。教会暮らしの女ならそれがどれだけ栄誉なことかも知っているだろう。
いや、それは。
黙れフランチェスカ。お前に発言する権利はない。それともまさかビスコンティはその女を脅しつけてとどまらせているのか。もしそうならラオシュウも手段を選ばずに彼女の保護をせねばならんな。
脅してねえよ。現に今も拘束してるわけじゃねえし、好きにしてもらってるさ。
ならば本人の口からその意向を聞かせてもらいたいものだ。
I could tell everyone in the room was looking at me now. Oh, this is tough. Okay. Oof, oof. I keep doing that. I keep doing this. Yeah, I'm just gonna be straightforward. We're just gonna go right for it. Signore, I appreciate your concern, but I would like to stay with the Visconti and remain in Berlone.
無論理由はあるのだろうな。
Well, I'm not sure how important I am to the church, but if I am someone special to them, they would come to me, wouldn't they? I don't understand why they would ask someone else to take custody of me on their behalf. I'd rather not leave town without a firm understanding of the situation. That should make sense, right?
いいだろう。ファルツォーネは当人の希望を尊重する。
Thank you, Dante.
矛盾のない理屈だな。そう言われては俺も反対しにくい。
Yang narrowed his eyes and grinned. It seemed he was taking an interest in me.
とにかく俺たちが集まった理由は他にあるだろう。そろそろ本題に入ろうぜ。ニコラ、彼女を連れて部屋の外に出てくれ。
わかった。
Nicola nodded, taking me by the shoulder and leading us to the door.
君はすごいね。
Nicola mumbled in awe as we walked down the hallway.
マフィアのカポに囲まれていながら毅然とした態度を崩さなかった。
I was scared the whole time. But I needed to make a statement. I looked down at my feet and laughed, thinking about what I just went through. Look, my legs are still shaking. I probably couldn't have left the room without your help, Nicola.
よく頑張った。君は偉いよ。
I didn't expect Nicola to praise me. It felt a bit strange.
ありがとう。君が自分の言葉できちんと答えてくれたおかげで、ようやく会合が始められた。そうでなければ、本題に入る前に決裂していたかもしれない。
It's good to know that I helped. I hope they reach some kind of resolution. I don't want to hear of any more deaths in Berlone. I suppose it's all up to the outcome of the meeting.
そうだね。あとはギルバートの手腕に任せよう。でも、君があんなにはっきりビスコンティに残るって宣言したのは意外だった。
Well, it's not like I could have gone back to the church even if I asked.
それにしたって、君はファルツォーネの屋敷に馴染んでいたと思うし、生まれ育った環境を考えれば、教国に行きたいって希望してもおかしくないと思うけど。
There were a number of reasons I would rather stay with them. I don't trust the Lao Shu. Yang asked me for my thoughts, but they were the ones who first tried to abduct me by force. Also, I know this may sound odd coming from me, but I'm not sure I can trust Bishop Rosberg if he's working with the Lao Shu.
ビスコンティだって、君に利用価値があるから保護してくれているに過ぎないよ。
Even so, Dante, the Falzone didn't tell me what was going on. In comparison, I feel like the Visconti was more forthcoming in telling me everything. I'd rather be in the know than be left in the dark, being used for the sake of being used. And because Nicola is with the Visconti now. Despite being branded a traitor, he was still someone I could trust. Nicola? About that person Dante brought with him.
ああ、僕が拷問したあいつね。
I thought you were a terrible person back then. It was shocking to see how ruthless you could be. I just couldn't get my mind straight seeing the violence play out in front of me. But now that I look back, you had to punish him because he broke the family's rules. Yet, you wanted to find another way so that you didn't have to kill him. At least, that's what I think. That's why he cut his ear off instead, to find a reason to avoid killing him.
買いかぶりだよ、それは。
He turned his face away from me. I bet Dante knew that too.
甘いな。
He said that, not about what happened, but rather about Nicola himself. They knew each other to the very core. I could finally see how they worked together. I then looked toward the closed doors. I could only hope for the best to happen. How long was this meeting going to take? We were outside the room, eagerly awaiting the outcome when... Who is that?
ご無沙汰しておりますね。ファルツォーネの、いえ、ビスコンティのニコラ・フランチェスカ様。ようこそいらっしゃいました。本日は当カジノにお越しくださり、恐悦至極に存じます。
In front of us was a flamboyantly dressed man with an unusual mask on his face.
そちらのお綺麗なシニョリーナはフランチェスカ様のご友人でしょうか。
君には関係ない。
Nicola responded sharply, but it didn't seem to faze the man at all.
ああ、残念です。ぜひともご紹介いただきたかったのですが。
He quickly turned and bowed to me as a formal gesture.
申し遅れました、シニョリーナ。私は当カジノの支配人、ディレットーレを任されております。セバスティアーノ・ガリエと申します。以後、お見知りおきくださいませ。
Oh, hello. My name is...
名乗らなくていいよ。彼は部外者だ。君に関する情報をくれてやる必要はない。
ああ、それは非常に残念ですが、粛々と受け入れましょう。ミステリアスな女性というのも心惹かれるものですから。ただ、一つ気がかりなことがありまして。もしやそちらのシニョリーナのご縁によるものかと思い、お名前を確認させていただきたかったのですが、名乗っていただけないのでしたらしようがありませんね。
彼は普段からこの調子なんだ。あまり真に受けない方がいいよ。
Nicola seemed suspicious of the man, but what should I do? I'm gonna listen to what Nicola tells me to do.
そんなことより、警備は徹底しているんだろうね。
もちろんです。我々としても情報が漏れないよう厳重に注意しておりますとも。
They continued speaking as I tried to decide whether to give him my name.
国営カジノを組織の方々に提供している。そう世間に知られてしまうのは私どもといたしましてもあまり好ましくありませんので。
That makes sense. The Italian government wouldn't just let it go. It would also deter tourists from coming to the casino.
おのおののファミリーの皆様もえりすぐりの方を配置なさったのでしょう。でしたら我々の警備などよりよほど信頼がおけるというもの。皆様が油断なく目を光らせてくだされば今夜の会合もつつがなく終わるかと。
そうだね。何も起きないならそれに越したことはない。
しかし今夜はことさら長引いているようです。難しい議題なのでしょうね。例えば近頃ブルローネの街を騒がせている例の各ファミリーのソルジャーが次々に不審死を遂げている件などでしょうか。
It finally dawned on me. I could see why Nicola was trying to place distance between us and the director. Direttore continued to speak very openly.
死者はすでに20を超えたとか。派手な銃撃戦がひとたび起きればそれ以上の死傷者が生まれることもままありますが、しかし毎夜毎夜一人二人と死んでいくのは実に珍しい。幹部の皆様が胸を痛めるのもごもっともなこと。
He continued to speak about what happened as if he were singing a song.
ディレットーレ、君には何度も忠告したはずだよ。余計な好奇心は身を滅ぼすって。僕たちの事情に首を突っ込むのはやめた方がいい。
ああ、ごもっともです。フランチェスカ様、出過ぎた真似をいたしました。
He bowed deeply. All right, I think this is a perfect spot to stop. So, yeah, this guy's a little weird. Alrighty, let's go ahead and save. Perfect. So, that was interesting. Not as intense as previous episode, but still pretty intense to say the least. I'm having a little bit of mixed feelings about this whole meeting taking as long as it is, but it needs to happen and it's fine. Meeting Yang was interesting. Let me know, guys. Comment below. What was the most interesting thing that stood out to you for today's episode? Was it Yang? Is it the director of the casino? Or is it just the mystery behind the killings? Let me know what you think. Comment below. And if you haven't done so already, feel free to hit that big red button that says subscribe and go ahead and give that thumbs up so that way, you know, lets me know that you like what we're putting out here. Anyways, have a good rest of whatever time of day it is for you. And I will see you next time. Bye-bye.